Welcome back to the Untitled YouTube channel, where today we're going to be doing Miami Grand Prix on F1 2022. We're going to start the qualifying lap here. You'll see that I am really rusty at this track. I didn't get much practice in before I actually did the Grand Prix. So even in the first corner you can see that really wasn't taking that well. Like, I'm not rusty at this track that you would need a tetanus shot just to watch. Especially these like fast flowing corners coming up. I completely mess up the third one. It seems like we have invested properly in the weight reduction, so I think now I'm going to start going into like the power unit and stuff like that, because we're going to get into Spain next, which obviously has quite a lot of fast flowing corners. But as you can see, we do make up a time back in the corners and braking zones. It's just getting back onto the throttle. But they have updated the game. Obviously, in the next video in Spain, you wouldn't see that yet. In the new handling model, it's in later videos after Spain. But just getting back to Miami, we get into the end of the lap here. You can see that we do have a very good lap, because we are consistently third, fifth, seventh like area. It's just we really have a bad exit to this second to last corner, and that's where we just lose all our positions, like all of them, and we come out seventh. So just hold on tight, and then we'll be back into the Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Miami International Autodrome, home of the Miami Grand Prix. This exciting track circumnavigates the Hard Rock Stadium, home to the National Football League outfit, the Miami Dolphins. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium, and 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Hamilton, George Russell and Perez, Jester, Bottas, Norris and Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher, Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda and Gasly, Ricciardo, Vettel, Guan Yu Zhou and Alex Albon, Stroll, Théo Pourchaire, Latifi and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Here we are with the race start, with the 5 lights going out. Now we do get a really good start. We do back off a bit because we don't want to go into the back of cars. As you see, I have to take abrasive action to go past Russell, just not crash into him. As you can see, like I said during the qualifying lap, I am rusty at this fucking track. So I took the completely wrong line going into this. Russell catches up to me, but I've got into a position where I'm more comfortable with, but then obviously I completely fuck it up. When Russell get close to me again, we do end up battling him and Perez going into the big back straight. As you can see, like I said, I take completely bad lines here, like awful lines. I mean, it's still able to defend. Obviously, this is first lap, so they don't have any DRS, so this is pure engine power. And like I always say, the braking point, we do have a better point. It's just I completely mishandled the turn. So Russell gets past him. We're now defending against Perez. So I take the brake. I take him on the inside and completely let him back through. I left the door wide open. And then under DRS, Bottas gets past us. But then I use the same technique against Perez I use against Bottas to get back in front, and I kept the door closed this time. You see here that I take a bad line and accidentally clonk the wall onto the main straight. It's only a little tap, so it's not anything major. Lap 19, we're still in mediums, but some cars are still just pitted, onto the hards, where we are just ahead of Russell, getting past him with superior tyres. And just keeping that inside line, just trying our best to keep that inside line. He completely destroys us in the straight though. Completely destroys us. But then we do keep behind him. But that's when I decided to go on pit. And then it wasn't anything exciting after that. It was literally just staying in position until the end of the race. And with that is the end. Next race will be Spain. And I will see you all then. Thank you and goodbye.